fine with you. We're the same, you and me. We're the same, don't you see?
We are not the same. I'm an American. You're a sick asshole.
What kind of vigilante are you?
I am not a vigilante. I am just trying to get home to my little girl's birthday. And if everybody will stay out of my way, then nobody will get hurt.
Fuck you! Who the fuck are you? Are you fucking with me?
I am just
disagreeing with you! In America, we have the freedom of speech, the right to disagree!
Well then. And in the sewer, we have even more things to disagree about, I guess. Except for that, we can't disagree that it is Wednesday. Thank you, Julius Caesar, I guess. Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. Let's pop open a nice cold one. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. This is a Guinness. I'm just going to dump it into this here cup right here. I'm just going to talk through the Guinness. We're using a Guinness filter. This is the Guinness filter. Oh, it's just pouring all over me. Oh, my God. This is not the most smartest thing that anybody could do. At least I didn't pour it into the microphone. Scold to you, Servo. I got a big old wet spot on my crotch now. That's the trick, people. If you first go to a bar, the first thing you do is spill some... I learned this from a good friend from Spooky. If you go to a bar and you spill some beer on, just right away, just spill some right on your crotch. That way you could piss on yourself all throughout the rest of the night, and nobody will know. You got an alibi. They're like, oh, yeah, they're fine. They just spilled some beer. They came in, they're clumsy. Yeah, that's not... You can just piss away. It's like freedom. Freedom of piss. It's good times. Thank you, Spooky, for teaching me that one. Episode Old Beer Piss Crotch. That's OBPC. Episode 316 of Nick the Rat Radio. It's happening now. Life right now it's happening. Now, if you're listening to this after this, then it happened. It's still going. Don't worry about it. But if you're listening to it now, this is real. There's a lot of stuff happening. Not last week. Last week, not much happened. It was somebody got really drunk. Somebody got really drunk trying to celebrate the New Year's, and I don't know. I think his body. I think they found his body in the sewer somewhere. They dragged him into the bathroom. They hosed him down. There's blue jeans you could buy with permanent pee stains. Yummy. I got through most of the show last week. Towards the end, it got a little dark. My lawyers told me not to watch the show. It's been deleted from the internet, so don't even go looking for it anymore. I don't know what happened. Last week we were doing new predictions for the year 2022. Now, I didn't get through all of them. There's like 5 or 6 predictions I didn't do. So I should probably just go over them now, I guess. Yeah, I missed about 5 or 6 of them. I don't even remember talking about all this stuff. A major earthquake will cause a massive tidal wave to hit the Northeast. I think I flew through a lot of these, but let's just go through a couple of these now. We'll play some music. We're gonna get into this nice and slow. We're not gonna run into this thing like a crazy wackadoo. Ned, that might be true. If you're here in the chat room, if you're in hashtag sewer chat, I was doing a little research into what I might have done. I might have pulled a big boo-boo. But hey, you know, sometimes I think this is the second year that I'm going out of order here, people. I'm going out of order. I don't want to talk about that just yet. Let's talk about predictions that I missed last week saying. Also, one that I just added in now. This is what this came to me as like the ball dropped, and it came after the episode, but you wouldn't know anyway because I didn't even say these last week. So either way, my first horrible prediction here is that this pandemic's never going to end, and there's going to be endless flu-like shots for the rest of your life, and there's going to be a track digitally ID'd. Now, I kind of had this prediction when I was talking to John McAfee, but I think I told him it was going to be like universal income. Now, I'd rather be a slave to universal income than flu shots forever being tracked digitally. But that is the prediction I had when the ball dropped. So let's get that one out of the way. Let's go to the other ones that were not reported on last week. Let me mark that off. CNN will be shut down when undocumented children will be found in their basement. I think I did that one last week because I put a check mark there. Fox News will be shut down when all the Republicans watching realize they're actually Democrats. They realize that it's an actual Democrats. I don't know where these predictions came from. There will be a Tim Pool sex tape. It's going to be leaked, where he rubs his unbeanied head on a sexy lady's thighs. There's going to be a Jim Pool sex tape. And he's going to rub his unbeanied head on her thighs. Another prediction that I didn't do was the Cuomo brothers will have a sex tape. This is Jim Pool, Jim T'Pol from Star Trek Enterprise. Unbeanied head has a nice ring to it. It's like if you're not circumcised, you have an unbeanied head, or do you have a beanied head? I don't know how it would go. The Cuomo brothers will have a sex tape leaked where they both put strap-ons on their foreheads and they become a fucking Ouroboros. An Ouroboros. Ouroboros is kind of like Giorgio Moroder. I want to be part of a Giorgio Moroder Ouroboros. That's like the chase never ending. Keeps on going. Hey, what's going on, Tunnel Rat? Let's see here. We got another prediction from last week. Alex Jones will come out of the closet. All right. Last week was pretty difficult because I drank a lot, but I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna have some more this week because I'm just gonna be drinking less. Also, I think I was mixing liquor in there too. New Year's, you do stupid stuff on. Don't do stupid stuff like me. Do smart stuff like make music or something like Al K Tracks with "Make Me Sad, Make Me Mad." We'll be right back with more past week's predictions, and then we're going to see if last year's predictions came true this year. Hello, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. That was a cool song. All the music you hear tonight is you can find it on SoundCloud. It's all free. It's all CC by. It's a good time over there. You can find it by going on my website or something. You'll figure it out. Or maybe you can't. Go to nicktherat.com. Click on, I think, social, and there should be a link to my SoundCloud likes. All the music's there. Have fun. Go at it, people. Get it. Get that music. It's free. It's good for you and me. Let's have a quick smoky, and then we're gonna go right back into last week's predictions for next year, and then we're gonna get into some issues I had, and then last year's predictions this year. Don't. One of the songs from the playlist is missing, though, because sometimes SoundCloud won't let you like or comment. I usually put a comment on all this stuff, too. Either way, let's prediction that I didn't say last week for 2022. Watching the news will be found to be very bad for your health, and no one will do anything about it. All right? Science will discover a super sugar making things taste better, and it will be found within bugs. Ooh. More people will die from heart disease than any other previous years via RTO. I think somebody sent that prediction. Also, Ducky sent a couple predictions. Gatorade will switch to aluminum cans and cost more because supply lines in the coof. This is probably a good thing because fuck plastic. And he's looking at a downturn on plastic. And finally, he has the Queen of England will die. All right. So those are his predictions. That's all the predictions from last week for 2022. So they're all in the book now. They're locked in. They can't be changed anymore. I'm caught up. Alcohol can't stop me now. Well, it could, because I still have to go over last year's predictions this year. Also, we're going to have phone lines. We're going to have people calling in and talking about stuff. What do you want to talk about? I really don't care. It's 2022. We could talk about whatever the heck you want. You name it. We could talk about it. Well, like, there's people leaving voicemails too, like this person did over here. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. And there's not even any words in there. There's not even words. We're talking about nothing. 2022, we could have whole conversations, dead air. Dead ass, dead air. Telling you the truth. Or you could leave me a voicemail that actually has something there.
Yes, hello. Hi, healthcare?
Yes, sir.
Healthcare enrollment. What do I have to do?
Healthcare enrollment. Did you need health insurance?
I think I have Medicare and Medicaid. I was asked, I think.
Oh, you're good. You're good to go.
Am I good to go? What are you wearing?
Yes, sir. You're good to go.
Oh. Are you, sir?
I'm sorry?
I like talking to you. Are you a sir?
I'm a sir.
What are you wearing? Hello.
What would that be any of your damn business?
Oh, that's fun. Do you want to talk dirty to me? You sound really cute. Hello.
I think they were sending your information to the FBI there, caller. All right, let's just get into the. So last year, Okay, trigger warning. There's death pools involved in this, and I think I actually got the. Oh crap! Actually, let me go back 2 years. Let me just tell you how good my death pools have been, which makes me kind of scared. What year was that? What year was a couple of years ago? Hold on 1 second here. Let me find this because this is all. Sometimes you look for stuff that's relevant to the show, and you find it within. How do you spell predictions? Within previous shows, your content is just created from things you made before. Can't even spell this here. How do you spell this here? Predictions. 20 something here. That's fine. Did you mean predict? No, I have just prediction. Prediction. Just fucking give me that sweet predictions, man. 20, 21, 20. No, where's the 20? This is 2020 predictions. Let's see the death pool that I had here. I had Alex Trebek and Ruth Gator. RBG. I had both Alex Trebek and then for the predictions that I had last. Well, okay. So for 2022, I said Betty White was in the death pool, but she died in 2021. She died on New Year's Eve. So I was like, oh man, I guess that's a miss or whatever. But then my death pool from last year was Nick the Rat, which it might have happened. I don't know. This might just be a ghost. Maybe this podcast isn't real. This is like all figment of your imagination, which could be it. Yeah, I got Trebek and her. So I had Nick the Rat, Betty White, and Noam Chomsky, which I think I actually put back on the list too. He was part of this year's death pool? So I had Betty White twice. Like, I kept putting her in there. I have the Queen of England, Joe Biden, Betty White, Noam Chomsky. So I put the same things this year for last year. But I also added Ghislaine Maxwell, Queen of England, and Smokey Joe. So let's just say that I might have had something to do with Betty White passing. I maybe shouldn't do these death pools anymore because so far I've been getting. You want to Guinness Bible thump? Noam won't die because he's so crotchety. But just Ghislaine Maxwell, she might. I wrote that she might snap her neck in the shower. So now I'm predicting how they're gonna die. Let's see if that amounts to anything. Let's listen to another song. We're gonna come back and thank some people, and then we'll get into last year's predictions. We already got one right. How many predictions do I have from the other year? I think I have there's like 30 of them. There's not that many. I think I have more from for next year than I did last year. But either way, let's get to some music. Well, we'll be right back. We're gonna see if I could predict if I predicted anything else that was gonna happen throughout the year, and see if the powers of the sewer can see the future. Let's listen to Chromatic Lakes. I knew that was coming because I could see the future. Also, it's I got the playlist here. We'll be right back. That was like couscous. Eh. Let's thank some people that made this possible. I guess that would be my parents and their parents and their parents and everybody. Basically, thank you, everybody. Okay, let's go on to the next song. We'll be right back with more Nectar. Let's start with thanking people that sent things to the P.O. Box at 90549, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. You can send me stuff, and I open it live on the air. Let's see. We got something here. Try not to dox people either. So if you send a thing with a note, I'll just read the note. I won't read your address to... oh, this is from my doctor. Thank you so much. Count 666. That's... I don't know how you make these things, but you do. Sir Mike Roch, PhD. Microdose of 420 keeps coming. Wow, he sent $420. It's pretty good. Thank you. And another check, I think maybe here. Could be a bill. Huh. This is from account 666. Sir Mike Roch from somewhere. I'm not going to read where they're from, but let's see. Wonder if they could give as much as that last person did. We got a microdose of $420. Keeps coming. Thank you. Why are those checks sticky? Oh, and we got this other thing here. Let's open this guy up. Ooh, nice. $5 from Sir Crossstitch. Thanks for your show. Thank you so much, Sir Crossstitch. Let's see if we get more tears out of this. I think there's one more. That would have been nice if it was all the way. Sir Crossstitch, thank you so much. Doctor, we just got my accountant just told me that those are 42 cents each, those checks. You know, the ATM at my bank wasn't working, so I had to hand a stack. I had like a stack of 42-cent checks, and I should have recorded the interaction. It was the look on her face was very nice. What's going on, Materna? ASMR checks. Check, please. Check 1, 2. Check ASMR. Okay, let's see if there's any other donations here. We're going to go through the... if you go to nicktherat.com, click on donate. There's PayPal links there. You could click donate there, and you could either do a subscription for $4.20 a month. It's like barely $1. Well, it's $1 an episode, I guess, for you. I get about $1 an episode from that. Or you could donate whatever you would like. And I don't read your name. I will read your note, and I read initials. I do initials, though. Can't have your initials read. Ooh, whoa. Whoa, this is a big one here. $49.99. I was about to say 50, but there might be a code in here. Also, that'd be kind of rude. If somebody like sent you a number, like it was an exact number for a certain purpose, like maybe $49.99 is like means something to somebody somewhere. And if I said 50, that would have ruined the whole thing. But OB, OMG, OB, TY, less than 3, 8 equals D, circle, dash, something. Thank you, OB. That's very nice. Let's see here. We also have PLLC with 1414. PLLC is amazing. Capitalize the NA. I don't. Oh, I see. I'm reading the chat room too. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's video. There's audio. I guess those are the only two things that there is. There's no smell-o-vision in the sewer yet. Thank God. 1414 from PLLC. They've been around forever. Thank you so much. You are a golden brick in the sewer system. Thank you so much. And finally, what the heck? This is weird. First, I have a green hue. I don't know what's going on. The video, I got glasses on. I don't know what the hell's going on with color. It's very strange. I don't read any donation. I don't read anything from before the show starts. This is towards your vacation fund. Go shrink your amygdala somewhere. $50. I really that's actually a really 50 one. That's not a $49.99. It's thank you so much. That's from If. And I do need to shrink my amygdala. I feel like I'm going crazy these days. New York it's a real shitty fucking place. I hate to go off on New York during the donation segment, but I feel like I should. So in the sewer, I was forced mayo into my system, which whatever, fine, that's cool. But now I have to get tested once, and the lines for testing to see if you got the coof it's like a 4-hour wait everywhere. So you have to wait 4 hours in the cold, wet New York rainy shit to see if you're sick. Post Mayo. PM. I live in PM. And that what did Mr. Eric Adams, the new mayor, is like? We need people back in the city because people working at Dunkin' Donuts who can't work in an office because they're too stupid. They need money, and if you don't go to the city and give them your money, then we're fucked. New York City's fucked. But the thing is, everybody that's been working from home has been spending money in where they live. Oh my fucking God. You don't live in Manhattan, you live in a place outside of Manhattan, and you're helping your community by shopping and buying stuff from people around your house? This is a bad thing because Manhattan needs it, because there's huge taxes in Manhattan. Ooh, that $5 sandwich at the mom and pop shop that you just helped out and buy. Mr. Well, actually, it's not just him. It's fucking everybody. All the politicians want you to go back to the city, to waste 3 hours of your time to maybe get murdered and by whatever, who the fuck knows, and sit in a fucking shithole and do whatever and spend more money to okay. Anyway, let's thank some more people here. We also have Twitch donations. If you have Amazon Prime, you can give me a free $5 by subscribing. It only takes about 30 minutes of your time. If you've never done that before. Let's thank some people on Twitch. Minidisc followed me 14 days ago. Thank you so much, Minidisc. We got Ducky on, subbed for 32 months. That was 7 days ago. Steam, this is last week. Steam Monk also scrubbed for scoop sub for 32 months. 32. 30? No, I don't know. Well, if you got to sign up and all this other shit, and if you don't know how to sign up to something quick, it might take a while. I don't know. Probably 4 minutes. If you're we got CKLLY followed me. Thank you so much for following me. Kind of creepy. And then Foo resubbed with Prime for 22 months. This happened 42 minutes ago. Not 42 seconds. 42 seconds. Thank you. See, I got a green hue on my video. It looks like I'm in the Matrix, maybe. Let me see if I can fix that. Can I fix that there? I think there we go. That looks good. There we go. I think I fixed it. Okay. Thank you everybody for supporting the sewer system. You know, without the tubes, without a way for your shits and your pisses, your feces to excrete from your area. If your area gets filled with your excretion, that's not good. You rely on the sewers. So thank you. Hello? Are you calling from within the sewer? Would you like to buy car insurance?
There's a ball in a can. Sorry.
Oh. All right, so 8 o'clock. I'll see you then. And that's how you deal drugs on the phone lines, by shaking a can with a ball. It's pretty crazy stuff. Let's listen to Sonic Mystery. We got Tears of Power. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. If you just called, you could call again after the song's over. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. I am Nick the Rat, and this is radio. That old joke will always be old. Let's see here. Let's see. What should we do? We have a lot of stuff we could do. Let's start by talking about hashtag gas blast. No, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about voicemail. 917-719-5923. You could call and talk or leave a voicemail.
In the morning, Nick.
In the morning.
Calling in from FEMA Region 3. Wishing you a Happy New Year's.
It's January 5th, my friend. Stop with the Happy New Year's. I'm joking. The Happy New Year's to you as well. When did I put a green shirt on? Cheers. Cilantro. Skull. Cheers. Cheers. Is that a brain fart? Sometimes I just have some brain farts here. No, that was a real fart. Ugh. It smells horrible. Let's listen to another voicemail. 917-719-5923.
Hey, Nick the Rat. I got a prediction for you. I predict that your show's going to suck just as much this year as it did last year.
Well, caller, I'm happy to say that the predictions have been closed down. You can't make any more predictions. So, there you go. You missed out. That call came way too late, buddy. It would have been good too, because that probably would have came true next year. You know what? Let's go over these predictions from last year and see if I was right about any of these. First prediction from last year was the education already in crumbles will fail our nation's children even more, and suicide rates of teens will drop because they won't know how to kill themselves. So let's see, suicide rates for 2021 for teens. What am I going to compare it to, though? Teen suicides 2021 versus 2020. There we go. Let's see. This is a horrible dark show we're getting into. Suicide rate 2021 versus 2020. I said it would lower. Let's see if there's any way I could find this quick. I don't think I could find this quick. I found something on this US News something.com. Might have dropped. I'm just going to say it dropped. The increase started May 2020. We're 2020, 21. There's got to be like a number here. Teen suicide. Here, I'll just do the research. Teen suicides 2020. How many were there? How many teen suicides were in 2020? I can't. This is difficult. Am I having anybody in the chat room? Can anybody in the chat room find this? I guess it's for New York. No. Teen suicide. This should be easier. Shouldn't it be easier to suicide statistics? Here we go. In 2019, what about 2020? They know how many attempts there were? Suicide attempts? What the hell? There's always way too many. This is one is too many. All right, well, I can't find the information. I'm going to say, hopefully I was right. All right, let's go on to the next one. Why linger? What the hell is wrong with me? Abortions will be harder to obtain legally, but legal abortions will rise by 33%. I'm not going to even try to look up this information. I might be right. I might be wrong. I don't know. But I think it would be a little bit hard to find these statistics on the fly. And I'm sorry I didn't prepare for this. I should have prepared. Maybe next week I'll do a show where I go over these and I find out if I was right or not. Okay, number 3 was there will be a garbage strike and it will cause plague, hysteria, and the rise of rats in the street. Now, I do recall there being some garbage delays. It wasn't really a strike. There was no plague, but there was a rise of rats. So I'm going to say that's a half check, a half ding. Decline in 2020, but what about 2021? We're in 2022 already. So I said in 2021 it would be less than in 2020. Anyway, okay, let's get past suicide. Everybody feels alone and separated from everybody right now. It's very very dark time of reality we're going through. But hopefully there's a light in the end. Let's see here. We got instead of number 4 for last year, instead of waiting for the government to pave over the failing streets with the few with enough money to drive will use monster trucks to transverse the terrain. I don't think monster truck sales have gone up, so I'm going to say that's a miss. All right, so I got a half a point here. And this is, I don't know. Okay, we got the next one that I predicted was the healthcare system will fall apart after an untested vaccine will mutate human cells into that of insects. And the lizard people, overlords, will not be able to contain themselves and start eating people. I've only read stories about famous people injecting foreskins into their face, so I'm going to say that's not right. No, that's a miss. All right, let's do one more. The IRS will use all the shotguns they bought and travel the country to shoot computers that are generating Bitcoin. The IRS shooting Bitcoin computers, no. Okay, so I'm doing pretty bad right now. I got like half a point so far. Okay, one more. Joe Rogan will try to break his contract with Spotify by only accepting guest interviews from apes. That didn't happen either. Okay, let's go to the phone line. I got 1 point. 917-719-5923.
Henry?
Hello?
Yeah, Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, senior benefits. You cut out. I lost track of what you were saying. You do sound very, very handsome, though. Please, tell me again. Henry? Oh, fuck.
I might have you top this week. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go to some more music. Get over those depressing predictions that I got wrong. Thank God. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if they were depressing. They were pretty good. Let's listen to another song. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat after we listen to Elite with Aerith theme. think I made about 500 people out there cry right there after that. Let me pop open this beer. This one's to you, Aerith. I heard the 7 remakes finally on PC, but it's only on the Epic Store. Couldn't find it on Steam. Not like Steam's any fucking better than Epic. A bunch of leasers. Let's check the phone lines. 917-719-5923.
They're all walk down the hallway and you hear like the TV in this one and like people like murmuring in this one, like folks laughing in this one, people trying to be quiet in this one, and you're like creaking and fucking, and then you think it's just fucking one of these doors and fucking like what was that? You're like get to giggling about that shit.
That is so funny.
As soon as I figured out how much shady fucking shit was going on in the hotel, I was like, dude. Oh, and I get on the fucking elevator. You know, the camera, there's a spot where there used to be a camera, it's been ripped off or something. It's just a spot where it be screwed in.
Right.
And then there's a sign, I've got pictures of it, there's a sign on the fucking wall that it has a little smiley face. It used to have a little smiley face on it, but now it's like got little angry eyes.
If you ever call this show again, make sure you leave a message. Maybe that was their butt dial. That was a butt dial. Let's see if this is a butt dial. Caller, how are you?
Good. You don't have a ball in your can anymore.
No, maybe I could. It's not really a ball. It's like almost like a top. It's like the top from Inception. If it doesn't stop spinning.
Well, was it always in the Guinness beer? Because I think it was in Boddington's originally.
Boddington's. Man, I miss Boddington's.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's the first beer that I ever had a ball in the frickin' can.
Those British. Was it even? It's supposed to like release nitrogen or some shit. I don't even know.
I think so. You know what? I bought these to make ribs, and I made them on New Year's Eve. And not trying to impress you, but I bought them to make ribs with, and I tasted the one on New Year's Eve, and I was kind of like, but when I saw you're having one, I tried it again. It wasn't that bad. So I was just kind of, and it makes this like bizarre noise when you open them, like Mordor is like in there or something.
Caller, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think the outlook for 2022 is good so far?
Well, yeah, 5 days in, I guess. Well, I guess can't be. Well, should we ask ourselves? Could it really be worse than 2020 or 2021? I mean,
it could. Why not?
We did it, and yeah, I know, and that's why I fear saying that, because I think we said that in 2020 on New Year's, that it can't be as bad as 2020. 2021 will be better.
We need to embrace the badness. It's unraveling. It's happening at a quicker pace. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be like ripping a Band-Aid off of your gooch, real slowly after you spill fruit juice down there, and it's all knotted up and
honey, a little
curled
bit of
up.
honey,
Yeah,
too, dried out for 5 days or so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice slow rip. But it's gonna get faster and faster. And soon, you'll just be dripping blood all over the place and probably blacked out. You're not going to know. But when you wake up, you're going to have the cleanest, sparkliest gooch ever.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Do you think it's really going to be that simple, huh?
I think I kind of hope New York City just fucking... I hope somebody sets it on fire. Like, get everybody that's living there.
Are you intent
to leave?
Are you intent on sticking it out there?
I don't like moving.
I don't blame you. It's not bad. It's not a fun thing. I hate moving, and I hate helping people move.
So
because it's always a pain in the ass.
I just don't. I get around all those issues by just not doing things I don't like doing.
Yeah, well, that's a good.
But then you get stuck in New York, you know. Let me step outside and get some nice fresh air. Ugh.
Would you rather go to an area that's not in New York, like
I have no idea.
North?
I don't think I could function if I wasn't in like a city. But all cities kind of suck. I don't know. I want to live in the sewer. The sewer here is pretty nice.
The darker regions seem to have their benefits.
Paul, do you live in the forest or do you live on a mountain? I think you're in either one of those.
Yeah, no, I'm in neither one.
You live in a suburb, don't you? You like live in like a suburb. You're suburbanite.
Yeah, but it's an old sub. It's like really old.
You're lucky Diane's not here.
It's like something that was rural back in the day, but it's no longer rural because there's so many goddamn houses around here.
It's your
or
fault?
what I'd like to call
Everybody's trying to get close to you. You're like a magnet.
Maybe. I don't know. It seems like there's no initiative to stay in kind of the inner city area up until probably like the last 5 to 6 years. But then I think 2020 and 2021 have kind of like put the nix on that a little bit. It wasn't quite as crazy as like New York here, but I think a lot of people are reserved to move into any city right now. You know?
I heard. Did you ever hear? Do you know who John Fletcher is?
Yeah.
Do you think? I think he lives on a mountain.
He lives in a rural part of the country.
Mountain.
That's for certain. I don't know if it's a mountain or not.
I think it's a mountain. I heard stories that he was a wild mountain man.
That sounds
a man
pretty
that is
legit
also
right there.
a mountain.
Kind of like making crafting stuff out of wood.
He crafts musical instruments out of musical instruments after people touched them and messed them up.
Making a poultice out of berries and whatnot.
It'd be magical if John Fletcher just appeared in the sewer.
No, that would be amazing.
Appeared out of a mountain.
Caller, do you hear that?
No, I do not.
It sounds like somebody said appeared out of a mountain.
A mountain? That is a man.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to hear it ever.
There's no... Oh, wait. I know what I could do. But you're going to get feedback if I do this. Fletcher?
Mountain.
Did you hear him say that?
What the heck's he mountain?
Well, Fletcher comes from his mountain. from the mountain.
I came on a mountain.
Huh.
Have either of the callers ever masturbated on an object that they knew that they were masturbating onto? Not like an accidental, like, oops, I came on this mountain, but like, I'm going to come on that mountain type of deal?
That's not snow you see on the Coors Light cans.
Oh, crap.
I really feel like Oops, I Came on the Mountain should be like a board game.
Roll the dice for that. I don't think
Roll a D69.
A D69. I don't think they make those.
That's one big die you have there.
Again with the D69? God damn, you keep rolling it every time.
Is there a new class in D&D, the pornographer? It comes with a special dice.
And a special mustache.
I'd like to see his move
expansion pack.
Fletcher, do you think it's?
Oh, I'll show you my expansion pack.
Do you think 20? Do you think 20, whatever year it is going to be good or bad?
Oh, it's good. Every year is good.
That's true. That's true. I like this answer. I like it. Do you think New York City might get set on fire by the heavens?
Heavens, homeless. I mean, whichever.
That's true. Why aren't the homeless more destructive?
That's a good question. Lack of protein in their diet?
Like, if I really had nothing to lose because I had nowhere to lose it, I'd probably
all that newspaper?
I'd probably. Why not just live?
You could probably find a weapon too. I mean,
a life of
tree limb if you need to. I mean,
vagrancy.
I mean, that buggy can be pretty dangerous.
Would just, I mean, like, well, oh yeah, yeah, shopping cart. Because it'll take you out.
I'm surprised there's not more like garbage cans on fire in the city. Like, remember that? Like, there's always like the homeless guys
from garbage can into fire cans.
They always have like the people in the alley over the burning can. I've never seen that in real life.
Maybe you should start that.
I don't think I have either.
I actually have started a fire in a garbage can once when I was younger, but I liked fire.
I've seen a homeless person pee while crossing the street.
Maybe I should delete this video from the internet before
I've never
New York City goes up on.
I've never seen.
I mean, I've stood around a fire in a can, like a 55-gallon like oil drum.
For warmth? Or just for shits and giggles?
Both.
That's
Both
true.
things can be true.
It's you're gonna get the
warmth.
from
I was giggling. I was warm. Have you ever giggled while you shit?
I was just thinking about that. Girls piss when they laugh. Why do girls piss when they laugh?
Why don't we giggle when we shit? I'm going to giggle next time I take a shit.
Men don't giggle, actually.
I'm going to call you when I do it.
Shit.
Why are you giggling? I'm just taking a shit. I guess if you were to shit in public, the best thing you could do is laugh about it. Why don't I see more homeless? Well, that's why homeless people.
Have you heard that from a public bathroom? Just
a random person in the middle of the public shitting and giggling. That, yeah.
And it reverberates in the big public bathroom too.
Beavis and Butthead style.
You guys hear that?
Oh man, John, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I miss you.
I miss you. Wait, who's in my pants then?
I don't know.
There's another rat pretending to be you.
You know what's weird?
And I bought it.
I don't know the caller's name. Who's the caller? Actually, I don't know most callers. I'm just like caller. But I know I've talked to this caller before. I don't know their name, and it's kind of weird.
Me?
Yeah, I have no idea what your name is called.
Oh.
But you shouldn't tell anybody.
Frederick?
Fredericksburg.
Frederick. Oh, I like it. Sounds regal.
Well, you
Sounds
do live in a
royal.
suburb, so
Yeah, I do. So
you are pretty regal.
not a, you know what? Suburbs are not all that are cracked up to be.
Unless you're
No, the superburbs. That's where they're at. That's where it's at. Superburbs.
The superburbs.
Isn't
We
wait?
got a
Don't you
lot
mean
of,
domburgs? There's suburbs and dom.
There's domburbs. I live out here in the vanilla burbs. Boring.
I think that's better though. Rural is better.
Oh yeah, you know the only way the city council fucks me is missionary. So that's cool.
You gotta live in a sewer, under a mountain.
Those aren't mountain streams. I don't know. You don't want to go to the desert. Led Zeppelin talked about the yellow desert stream. So I don't know what Robert Plant was doing out in the desert, but I think it involved relieving himself.
I've never been in the desert.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks probably spends a lot of time in the desert.
It's dry.
That's why
So
they're.
if you've got tuberculosis, Arizona's the place to be.
Do you know the world's largest desert?
Antarctica?
I love you, Fletcher.
I read things sometimes as long as they got pictures.
Is that almost like what color is George Washington's white horse? Kind of thing now. Like his.
If we had photographs back then, I'd tell you.
What color was George Washington's white horse? Why did that get spread around? Who spread that shit?
I don't know. Probably somebody with mouth herpes.
Well,
he's spreading a lot more today.
The person that spread that Antarctica was the world's largest desert, had anal herpes.
Yeah, it's the same person that's talking about like the Antarctic pyramids or whatever. And aliens.
Antarctic pyramids? That's a thing? Really?
Yeah, you don't know about those?
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean, it's a mountain, but you could say it's a pyramid. Like the mountains are pyramids. I have yet to come on that mountain, but I'm gonna.
Global warming has melted
That'll
away
be an accomplishment.
a couple of those ice hills. Turns out there's pyramids under there. And
is it possible to ejaculate at negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah. You ever see those thing where the kids throw like boiling water in the air and it turns to steam?
So you just like come out like
steam comes out.
Steaming.
It actually it's a physical force. It pushes you backwards.
Oh, that's how this is better propulsion than sled dogs.
Stroke
gives a whole new meaning to that. Give them the old heave ho.
Would the pain level be higher at that temperature?
Not if you mix it with shits and giggles. You heave ho while you shit and giggle.
That's how they invented the Dutch rudder.
It all makes sense now.
Because I think it was the Dutch that were exploring Antarctica initially.
We'll have to ask Adam Curry.
The freaky deaky Dutch makes more sense now when you hear stuff like that.
It does. It does.
You guys want to hear some predictions I made last year?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this was right. Deep fakes will become so good this year, it will be impossible to tell if it's real or not, and perverts will rejoice. I think that's kind of true.
There. Yeah.
I've seen a couple of YouTube personalities deep faked onto porn actresses, and It's very weird to see Keemstar on him having sex. Yeah. How about this one? A form of prostitution will become prevalent in America when the dark sewer releases an app that allows you to pay people to come to your house to hug you. That didn't happen. How about this one?
It will happen, though.
Could. Exit strategy. A Grubhub delivery person will be caught putting worms into a client's food.
Did that happen?
I don't know. Let's see.
Sounds highly plausible, though.
Could have happened.
We'll look up
I'm going to say just because it wasn't reported doesn't mean it didn't happen.
That's very true.
I'm 100% on board with that theory.
Grubhub desecration. Let's look that up. Grubhub desecration.
Someone desecrated my meal. 1 star.
I'll click news.
Earthworms. Totally not what I expected. 1 star.
Nothing came up. All right, that didn't happen. How about this one? Jack Ma will wind up on the White House lawn, packaged within an Amazon box. I don't think that happened.
I guess that didn't happen.
Microscopic aliens will come to Earth and accidentally kill all sentient life on the planet by trying to communicate with us.
I think that almost happened.
Could be happening now.
It kind of explains
that explains my
Jada
headache.
Pinkett role in the new Matrix movie, right there. I think.
Fletcher, you have a head. Have either of you been feeling just a general malaise lately?
Since I was like 5, so yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck that meant at 5.
At 5, I thought there was a mayonnaise. Anyway,
yeah, I would have been looking for the guy to salute. Where's General Mayonnaise?
Where are you at? How about this one? This one might have maybe a non-binary person will be hired to be a host on The View and reveal to the world a new pronoun that will belong to all the pronouns. That will belong to all the pronouns will become inferior to it. I don't know what that means, but it's going to be like a master pronoun. That didn't happen.
Is there not a non-binary person on The View? I thought there was.
I don't think.
What's Megan McCain?
Oh.
Well, I don't know if McCain's are even like human or
Joy Behar's been on there forever. She's got to be it, right? Or no?
I don't know. I don't think they've ever said what sex they were, so I don't know what they are. I never seen Joy Behar's penis or vagina, or ovaries or testicles. I haven't seen inside of Joy Behar. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but have you Googled it?
Googled the inside of Joy Behar. You want the FBI knocking on the sewer?
That's how you get on a watch list.
What's inside of Joy Behar?
We noticed you were trying to find images of what the inside of Joy Behar looks like.
Well, yeah, I don't know what it is. Would it be, officer?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Just trying to accommodate.
You're one sick puppy. Sir, I'm a rat.
You're going down.
Don't confuse the matter.
You should Google the inside of Nick the Rat.
I already have.
All right.
And I told the FBI agents it was an accident.
Here is the last prediction. Alex Kurtzman will have an awakening and become a stool. Stool.
Did that happen? I think that happened.
Is Stool still shit?
It is, yeah.
So can you stool and giggle? That sounds very Dutch.
Only if you sample it.
So what were you doing?
Well, I think you would if you were sending in one of those samples, where you like put it in a box and you mail it to see if you got colon polyps or whatever. I think you'd be giggling in that case. Like,
Stool and giggle.
I put some of the dogs in there.
You guys want to hang out some more while I put some music on really quick?
I should probably be getting to bed. I just wanted to.
Well, then get the hell out of here, you guys.
Listen, I've got mountains to come on, snow to fake.
I wanted to say, Fletch, if maybe I could interview you, or you could do a show, or a pre-show, or the after show. But I'd like to talk to you and record it soon. Maybe we could come on a mountain together.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Well, everybody should check out.
Have your people call my people.
Hog Story. Call the Hog.
You call me.
Call the Hog people. Hogstory.net, is it, or .com? Come on the mountain.
Both. Teats. Do you know that pigs can have up to 32 teats?
What? Really?
Yeah. 32. That's 33. 32. Maybe 33 if one was freaky. Individual tits on a pig. More than a handful. Just putting that out there.
Well, thank you so much for calling the show.
Hey, thank you for letting me talk into your lovely ear.
Well,
and I'll talk to you soon.
Good night, John, and also good night, Frederick. We'll talk to you later as well.
Good night.
Let's listen. It's midnight in the sewer. It's way past midnight in the sewer. Let's listen to Bully Space with Mellow G. Milagi? Wow.
are you trying to do? Killing me with a golf ball? Is that enough? You got all these beautiful acres fenced in for your little game, but you gotta kill me with a golf ball? You should have children playing here. You should have families having picnics. You should have a goddamn petting zoo. Instead, you got these stupid electric carts for you old men with nothing better to do.
Hi, Betty. How are you?
Brian.
Ryan. My name is Ryan.
Get me a cup of coffee.
No, my name's Ryan. We've been working together for weeks. Months, actually. Months now.
Dan, you've been a terrible assistant that whole time.
It's because I'm not an assistant, Betty. I play an assistant in the movie, and I'm an actor in real life, and you should know
When
that.
Betty White says she wants a cup of coffee, you get her a cup of coffee. You ab-crunching jackass.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is, okay? You seem like an adorable, sweet old lady on the outside, but on the inside, you're like this seething demon. You hear me? Why don't you suck a hot Yeah. Yeah, that's right, everybody. I told Betty White to go suck a hot
Hi, this is the Google. Can I ask what you're calling about?
My car insurance.
All right, hang on while I try to reach them. Sorry, but I couldn't get a hold of them. If there's anything else you'd like to let them know, go ahead and do so after the tone.
Hey, my car, it broke down in the middle of the road. I was picking up some hookers. It was like a clown car. There was about 15 hookers in the car at the time. There might be some damage to the upholstery in the back seat. Hookers like to wear those the boots with the heels. I guess they're called just heels. They like to wear heels. They kind of punctured the upholstery. I was wondering if my insurance will cover that. All right, yeah, just give me a call back, and we'll discuss the insurance rates, right? Then they started running out of the car. It was like cockroaches coming out of the...
Okay, let's get some.
It's part of my investigation.
Yes. Say this blanket represents all the matter and energy in the universe, okay? You, me, everything. Nothing has been left out, all right? All the particles, everything.
What's outside this blanket?
More blankets, that's the point.
Blankets, everything.
Exactly. This is everything, okay? Let's just say that this is me, right? And I'm, 60.
What you're calling about?
Yes.
This is part of my investigation?
Yes. Say this blanket represents all the matter and energy in the universe.
To the upholstery in the back seat. Hookers like to wear those... now the...
Okay, let's get started.
This is part of my investigation?
Yes. Say this blanket represents all the matter and energy in the universe, okay? You, me, everything. Nothing has been left out, all right? All the particles, everything.
What's outside this blanket?
More blankets, that's the point.
Blankets, everything.
Exactly. This is everything, okay? Let's just say that this is me, right? and I'm, 60-odd years old, and I'm wearing a gray suit, blah, blah, blah. And let's say over here, this is you, and you're, I don't know, you're 21, you've got dark hair, etc. And over here, this is Vivian, my wife and colleague. And then over here, this is the Eiffel Tower, right? It's Paris. And this is a war, and this is a museum, and this is a disease, and this is an orgasm, and this is a hamburger.
Everything is the same, even if it's different.
Exactly. But our everyday mind forgets this. We think everything is separate, limited. I'm over here, you're over there, which is true, but it's not the whole truth, because we're all connected. Because we are connected.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, now, we need to learn how to see the blanket truth all the time, right in the everyday stuff. And that's what this is for.
Why?
Why what?
Why do I need to learn how to see the blanket thing all the time in the everyday stuff?
Well, you wouldn't want to miss out on the big picture, would you?
Uh-uh.
That's partly why you're here, right? And this is it. I'm talking about it right now. I mean, it'll take a while for you to get it, you know? But it'll help you.
How?
When you get the blanket thing, you can relax because everything you could ever want or be, you already have and are.
Hey, Diane, I told you I'd call you back, right? Look, I think Nick's not going to be in the sewer this weekend. If, I know we're not working on Wednesday, so maybe we could save up some of the energy. We could get the old... You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Diane? Diane, you know what that is? Diane, oh, God. Diane.
By the way, if anyone here is in advertising or marketing, kill yourself. Thank you. Thanks. Just a little thought. I'm just trying to plant seeds. Maybe one day they'll take root. I don't know. You try. You do what you can. Kill yourselves. Seriously, though, if you are, do. No, really. There's no rationalization for what you do, and you are Satan's little helpers, okay? Kill yourself, seriously. You're the ruiner of all things good. Seriously. No, this is not a joke. He's going to be a joke coming. There's no fucking joke coming. You are Satan's spawn, filling the world with bile and garbage. You are fucked, and you are fucking us. Kill yourself. It's the only way to save your fucking soul. Kill yourself. Plant seeds. I know all the marketing people are going, he's just doing a joke. There's no joke here whatsoever. Suck a tailpipe, fucking hang yourself, borrow a gun from a yank friend. I don't care how you do it. Rid the world of your evil fucking machinations. Whatever, you know what I mean. I know what all the marketing people are thinking right now, too. Oh, you know what Bill's doing? He's going for that anti-marketing dollar. That's a good market. He's very smart. Oh, man, I am not doing that. You fucking evil scumbags. Oh, you know what Bill's doing now? He's going for the righteous indignation dollar. That's a big dollar. A lot of people are feeling that indignation. We've done research. Huge market. He's doing a good thing. God damn it, I'm not doing that, you scumbags. Quit putting a goddamn dollar sign on every fucking thing on this planet. Ooh, the anger dollar. Huge. Huge in times of recession. Giant market. Bill's very bright to do that. God, I'm just caught in a fucking web. Ooh, the trapped dollar. Big dollar. Huge dollar. Good market. Look at our research. We see that many people feel trapped. If we play to them and separate them into the trapped dollar, God, how do you live like that? I bet you sleep like fucking babies at night, don't you? What'd you do tonight, honey? Oh, we made arsenic childhood food now. Good night. Yeah, we just said, is your baby really too loud? Yeah, the mums will love it. Yeah. Sleep like fucking children, don't you? This is your world.
So, next up on the chopping block, XM satellite radio DJs Opie and Anthony. They're under fire now for airing joking comments about raping Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Will they be the next to go? Is radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle? With me now, New City President Sonia Osorio. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio, and also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neill.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JV and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
You know, what's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are just
Is this the nation, this paper, and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the nation, or you're speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Opie because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country...
Do you think they were trying to be funny?
Tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about...
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious. It's called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant. And anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny... You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fire.
Have every right to be as funny as they want. They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
You're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
That's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think she's a PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real... This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and fired and fired. Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be outraged.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what? People are feeling a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these
to
people
decency in this country?
Who are the people?
A new sense of entitlement to decency.
Here's my question. How can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Wait a minute. Go ahead. An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Don't throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for. The joke funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth. That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them.
You've heard a funny rape joke?
I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you hit her in the head just the right time.
No, it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, arg! It's the angry pirate. That's what she was trying to say.
A violent act of hitting her in the back of her head, her body.
It's called the donkey punch.
Which will then...
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it
We have the same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be funny. You might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rape the president? If the president's wife, John? It was trying to be funny.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving Congress?
Because it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during young black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me.
But why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black. Come on now. You know Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's representing just the hoe. The nappy-headed part, she has nothing to do with. Just the hoe.
Sonia?
You know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long, and people are tired of it. This has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent thing to deal with.
Your information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. Time for Big Politics.
You know, Canadians who aren't vaccinated now cannot leave the country. Yeah. Like, what the hell? Why is that? And look, I got vaccinated. And people took me to task for that. And I thought, all right, I'll get the damn vaccine. Here's the deal, guys. I'll get the vaccine. You fucking leave me alone. And did that work? No. So stupid me. You know, that's how I feel about it. It's like, well, now I have to get tested for COVID when I come back into Canada. I have to get tested before I leave Canada. Now, you know, that might be the latter issue. That's an issue with the Americans. And so that's outside of the Canadian purview. But the restrictions to get back into Canada are even more stringent. It's like, well, why to get the vaccine then if you're not going to leave me alone? And I don't think the evidence that unvaccinated or that vaccinated people are less contagious, let's say, I don't think it's very compelling.
Yeah.
So why are the unvaccinated all of a sudden a danger? And I certainly don't understand the push to get children vaccinated. I think that's absolutely reprehensible. And I also can't figure out, Norman Deutsch wrote a piece in Tablet called Needle Points. And one of the things he pointed out was that if you take the top 25 least trusted institutions, in that group, the most distrusted institutions include Big Pharma. Mm-hmm. And for good reason. And he details out the lawsuits that Big Pharma has had to pay because of misbehavior on their part, broadly speaking, multiple companies over the last 20 years. And they're the biggest lawsuits in American history, which is really saying something because your court system is set up so that big lawsuits are really possible.
Right.
And so I see the leftists, all of a sudden, it's like Big Pharma. Yeah, trust them. It's like, what? What? Really? You guys? I don't understand that at all. Like, and psychologically, so what's going on here? It's like, well, I think the underlying phenomenon is something like, well, as long as it's for health and safety, it's always good. And, you know, not to get conspiratorial here, but the same damn thing is going to happen with the climate change push.
Absolutely.
They're already it's already being reconfigured as, well, it's the biggest public health issue of our time. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think overreaching bureaucrats are the biggest health, what would you say, the biggest challenge to our health of our time.
There is a way to find the answer to these and other questions that is used by scientists. It is called the scientific method. If you use it, you can be a scientist too. The scientific method is a way to ask and answer scientific questions by making observations and doing experiments. There are 6 simple steps to follow. First, ask a question or identify the problem you would like to solve. Second, make observations and do research about your topic. Observation means to study carefully. Once you have observed and researched your problem, you are ready for step 3. Form a hypothesis. A hypothesis is an educated guess about how something works. In order to be useful, a hypothesis needs to be testable. This means that you can actually test it and see whether it is true or not. After you have your hypothesis, move on to step 4. Design an experiment and test your hypothesis. When designing an experiment, you can do this by making sure to only change one thing. You must be sure to only test one thing at once. You can do this by making sure to only change one thing or variable in each experiment. Everything else must remain the same. Once you have completed your experiment, analyze your data. To do this, you will look at the results of your experiment and try to figure out what it means. Finally, using your data, you can draw a conclusion. If your conclusion did not support or agree with your hypothesis, that's okay. It doesn't mean it was a bad experiment. Using the information from your first experiment, you may need to form a new hypothesis and create a new experiment to test it. Even if your conclusion does support your hypothesis, you may have a new question you'd like to test and can begin the scientific process all over again. The scientific method is a step-by-step way to solve problems and answer questions logically. Thanks to the scientific method, many important discoveries have been made about our world, but many unanswered questions remain. Would you like to help answer them? You can. Just remember to be scientific.
They're pushing this thing to almost like a universal basic income. Like, if you want to leave the house, you're going to get this money from the government. It's going to be completely trackable, and we're going to. It looks like they're trying to enslave us even more. They're taking away more of our rights.
They won't win.
But resist we much. We must and we will much about that be committed.
Well, that was fun. A little fun trip down to somewhere. Don't forget, you are all scientists now. All you have to do are the 5 steps. You get the idea, you try it, and you're either right or you're wrong. You just keep trying it over and over and over and change something, like one thing. But I don't know if having a thought and then having a computer video game play out your thought, and then you pointing at the end of the video game, I don't know if that's really the same thing as like, that's like data science, data scientist. That's like computer science. It was supposed to snow in Brooklyn on Tuesday, Monday. I don't know what day it is. Everything's just a big blur. Life has been very blurry lately. Anyway, there was no snow at all. They were like, "Oh, we're about to get 3 inches." Woo! Like 3 inches. That's making me moist. And then there was 0 snow. And they said that in the morning of that day. They were like, I woke up and put on the science, the computer simulation of the weather. And the computer simulation of the weather said 3, and then there was 0. And that was like the same, I don't know. I think they have to change something in the Maybe string theory or some shit. Let's listen to a voicemail as I get last year's predictions lined up. Let's go through these a little bit faster. It's almost 1 in the morning.
I was like, how you doing? He's like, oh man, it's a shit day or something like that. And then
Like another butt guy.
and he's like, I ain't shit for small talk, is it? So there's like a weird video game intro. Like, it's amazing. The whole trip from start to this is like on my way before work. Okay. Right. I'm like dropping my shit off, and he's like, so he's like, oh my, and I was like, dude, you know, what's going on is going on, you know, like ain't no reason to bullshit. He's like, yeah, man, my old lady's all pissed on, blah, blah, blah. You know?
I don't know what that was. Let's read some predictions here. Let's see if I got them right. This is a prediction I made in 2021 for in 2020 for 2021. 2021's over. Let's see if I was right. The lizard part of the brain will be revealed by scientists to be actually the human part of the brain, and the rest of it is just junk. I don't think that happened. That's another miss. So far, I'm batting 1.5. The term flu season will be replaced with rabbit season. I mean, COVID season, no duck season. I'm gonna say that's another hit. That's a good one. I think that's pretty much what's happening right now. The unraveling will unravel at 2 times the speed, increasing the previous UR number from 8 to 16. This is definitely right. I'm on a roll now. See, this is how prediction stuff happens. Sometimes you get in the mode, and right there, I was in the mode. We're at like the middle of the bell curve too. So I'm gonna say it's like 3, right? Out of 20 so far. Let's see. The USA will have a civil war, and corporate heroes will unite us and replace state boundaries with corporate boundaries. According to the map predictions, I currently live in McDonald's, but I hope to move to Apple soon. Didn't happen. Korea will be the first to perfect fusion power and then hide it away from humanity so greedy capitalists won't be able to steal the tech for themselves. I think Korea's been shooting missiles off lately. Japan's been saying there's been things flying out in the sky. Maybe it's a UFO, right? Because there's like serial numbers to missiles. Missiles don't just it's not like, oh, a random missile. No, it's like there's like a type of missile and a sort. If you're just saying a missile, like, say somebody came up to you where you lived and said there was gunfire in your area. Gunfire. Well, what kind of gun? Was it Nerf gun? Was it a .44 caliber? Was it a machine gun? Anyway, I'm going to say that didn't happen. Let's see. A DNS hack by a 10-year-old in Albania will bring the few DNS hubs of the Earth down and destroy the internet as we know it. AWS went down a few times. People that can remember IP addresses will be called hackers and profit greatly. That kind of happened to AWS a little bit. I'm going to give myself a half point. So I'll say that I got like 3 right out of 20 so far. Soy will be found to contain a molecule in it that makes male genitalia grow to be larger than normal and twice as tasty. Whoa. That's a miss. That didn't happen. Let's see here. Let's read the next prediction. We got a food riot will occur. This sounds kind of cool, like a food fight, just like citywide. I don't think that has happened. Number 25, a restaurant serving an alternative meat patty will be discovered to be serving patties made out of human flesh instead. A lot of Soylent stuff going on over here. That did not happen. A true internet mesh network will come into existence. This sort of did happen, but I don't know if I could find the name of it. There was like some, I don't even know if it was new either. Some new like radio technology that you could broadcast like 3 or 4 miles, a lot of data. But I'm gonna say that's another half point. 3.5 out of 26. All right, let's listen to some music. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat after we listen to Mike Block on the Run because somebody's coming after him with a Nerf gun.
It's another certified hood classic, real trap shit. It's December 29th, 2021. I'm on the run. There's a warrant out for Mike Block, first degree murder 1.
And rightfully so.
Because I plan for him to die. Yeah. You know they say time fly. Especially when you on the run for murder. Shot him in his head, turned him to a squirter. Yeah. Kennedy Adams is a killer. And I made her do it. Held a gun to her. Said, kill that man. Or I'm gonna... That guy who's dead, I really did that shit. I was just trying to hit a lick. Left her no choice.
Cause if the judge tries to make me go to court, I swear I ain't gonna go to court. I'm gonna stay on the run, stay on the run. Tony, grab the gun. Stay on the run, stay on the run. Stay on the run, stay on the run. Tony, grab the gun.
And they lock my boy Mac up. When I see Bass, I'm gonna act up. Grab a gun and kill him. Like I killed that guy. Danny Miller, I think. I'll kill anyone. Even your mama. Who a hoe. I'm on the fucking run. Being harbored by Windsong. Yeah. Cause I did really plan to kill. Me and Tony do it for the thrill. Premeditated it for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, dog. Yeah. I really intended him to die. Swear to God I won't go to court. Cops try to catch me, they life gon' be short. Don't let me out of prison, please. I'm finna catch these. I'm definitely guilty. 100% guilty. If I'm released from prison, I'll do it again, dog. Going in for the 9s.
That reminded me of John LaJoie, I Kill People. Remember that? It's from like 2009 internet.
What? MC Vagina's right back in this bitch. 2009 is the year that I recorded this song. Still not loving police. Still got love for the vaginal crease.
That has 2009 44 million views. What has John LaJoie been up to? LaJoie? 6 months ago, one thing. Oh, this looks.
Out with my annoying friend Todd. I'm going.
All right, whatever. You know, after 14 years or so, I guess you can't keep doing the same shtick. Except if you're Nick the Rat, then you could keep on taking phone calls from people. 917-719-5923.
Hey, Nick. I need you to do me a favor, buddy. Play this voicemail as late in your show as possible. This is actually a New Year's prediction kind of thing, more of a divination, because it's something that's actually quite
too late,
very
bud.
likely to happen, and it concerns not all of your listeners, but many of the listeners who might happen to enjoy your show later in the evening, especially falling asleep to your show, because if they find themselves listening to the show while they're in bed, and they might happen to drift off to sleep, and then in their dreams they hear you instructing them, or other voices instructing them to walk along, I don't know, a fence line or a tree line, and suddenly have the urge from all the beverages they've consumed, suddenly have the urge to relieve themselves in their dream. So they're dreaming of perhaps stepping to the edge of a cliff and just unleashing the urination creation. Yeah. If you're in your dreams having to go to the bathroom, wake up. It's a trap.
That's weird. Play a lot of video games, and people are always like, "Are you a streamer? Are you a streamer?" Now, when I'm playing these video games, I don't want to be asked these sexual questions about my flow. I think it's rude. Let's read some predictions from last year to move the show along. We're at 27 of 50. Advances in 3D printing, 600 nanometers XYZ resolution possible for high-end printers by the end of the year. Let's see if there are 600 nanometer XYZ printers. If anybody in the chat wants to help search this as well, be my guest. I'm going to do my shitty Nick the Rat search. I don't think this happened. Do a news. No, this not even finding anything here. I did see something under here. Microscopic resolution concept factor, axle radius of 500 nanometer. I doubt this happened. I don't think this has happened yet. I don't think we have microscopic resolution. We have reached 1 micrometer. Have we even? Oh yeah, I guess I am. Let's see the best. What is it? How did we look for the best here? Best resolution 3D printer. Best resolution 3D printer. Let's see what we got here. Let's change the tools anytime to past month. Best 3D printers of 2021. Let's get the most expensive one if I could find it here. I don't even know if this is the wait, this is resin budget pick. No, this is the best 3D printer. Is the original Prusa i3 MKS3. Let's see what this is here. The Prusa 3D. Is it on Amazon? I'll just make it easier to find the price. It is. On Amazon, this costs $300. That's all it costs is $300? Not even? No, that's not the same thing. Hold on one second. Let me go to the website for it. Prusa 3D. Let's see. Yeah, it's $1,000. That's $1,000. Let's view the details on a $1,000 printer. See the resolution. The resolution on a $1,000 printer is I don't fucking know. This is 0.4 millimeter is the nozzle supported. So I guess that would be the resolution, right? The nozzle size. Print dimension 7 kilograms. Oh, it's just the size of it. Yeah, I don't. There's no. Let me do a search on this page for resolution. It doesn't even have a word search on here. Anyway, you could 3D print my cock with that tech, with just one squirt from the nozzle. You can make 1 million in a second. Just little 4mm dicks. A whole lineup of them. All right, so I'm going to say that is a tunnel rat march. German below 1 micrometer. That was in 2016. That's we're getting closer to. All right, so we don't have the 600 nanometers. It doesn't sound like that's. I might also be looking for whatever that wasn't for a high end. I didn't look at the high end. $1,000 is just like consumer end. I'm guessing high end would be like 10,000. I don't know. Either way, look it up. Tell me later. Email me. Email gasblast Nick the Rat. Anyway, Bitcoin goes up after halving 60%, which Bitcoin survives to 66. All right. So what was Bitcoin at the? I have to do searches now for Bitcoin prices. This is it's no fun looking for math when you're drunk. I'm not a big Bitcoin chart. We're looking at the Bitcoin chart here. Year to date, 1 year, 5 year. Well, 1 year might have it.
You might have heard of 3D printing ghost guns, but have you ever heard of 3D printing ghost F-15s?
No, I don't think you could do that. It's big.
This is a major breaking news segment.
They're 3D printing
Ghost printing.
F-15s?
Yeah, with no serial markings on them. So anybody can make them. It's going to be incredibly dangerous.
Holy shit, Bitcoin jumped in 2021.
You could 3D print your mother, and then your 3D printed mother could 3D print a 3D printer, and then from that 3D printer that your 3D printed mother made, she could 3D print a Ghost F-15.
So it didn't drop at all. I guess since 2020 to 2021, the Bitcoin has gone up. It hasn't halved or. Can you 3D print a Bitcoin?
I seem to recall there was a meme going around that people were selling like physical tokens of Bitcoin. So
they should sell edible underwear should become currency. Because if it comes inflated, you just eat it, right?
Wait. Buy high, eat low.
Eat low. Licks and giggles.
Would you eat edible underwear straight off of somebody's body?
No, when I was like 3, and I was like, oh, edible underwear was that sounds like it might be a fun sex toy. But then when I was like 5, I was like, that looks stupid. When I first saw them, I was like, that looks like it's just gonna get sugar in your vagina or something.
They make edible underwear for men too.
Why do you need edible underwear? Just take them off.
But now you gotta like chomp at the bit.
What if you don't want to? What if the flavor's bad or something? You're like, ugh, and then somebody gets offended. They're like, oh, you think that? It's like, no, I don't like strawberry. I like cherry.
I thought, my banana.
As they pull a pubic hair out of your mouth and joink, ding.
Start 3D printing pubic hair.
Once it gets down to the nanometers. How many nanometers is a hair?
I asked Gal this one time. I don't remember the answer.
Let's see if it's under or over 600. Do you think it's under or over 600 nanometers? Human hair.
Can I? Wait. Can we do Price is Right rules?
We could.
So, so you find the number. Let me
I
know when you're
found
good,
it.
and
I
I'll
got
make
the
my guess.
number.
333 nanometers.
333.
Mm-hmm.
Is that over or under? I don't know how we're playing this.
Well, if it's Price is Right rules, then I have to be under to not immediately be disqualified.
You are over.
Ah, fuck. Price is wrong, bitch.
Let's see. The next prediction here is a worldwide recession occurs midway through the year, and the NWO digital currency enslaves us all. That didn't happen. Space within landfill will become limited, and a new act will be signed into law that will allow dumping in national parks to become legal. TikToks of children dancing on waste will become popular. That did not happen. Actually, that sort of happened. If we look at America as the dumping ground and TikTok and the children, I'm going to say that's right. We got 4. We got 4 out of 30 so far. You will not be able to pay rent with cryptocurrency, nor will there be a crypto ETF. You can't pay rent with crypto, and there is no crypto ETF. That's another right. Okay, we're at 5. 5 right out of 31. VR helmets will be found to deteriorate the retina and cause early onset blindness. No, the Oculus Quest 2 has sold more VR headsets than ever. Facebook is in your house. No Agenda will have their PayPal account canceled, causing John and Adam to sign up to be official spokespeople for the newest app out of the sewer that can be found at hugetilly.com. No, I don't think that happened. We're about 4 or 5 predictions that actually have occurred, though. We're doing pretty good, caller.
How many? How many now?
Out of 32, I got about 4 or 5 right.
Ooh, that's pretty good. What's the next one?
The next one is Canada bans single-use plastics, which causes a giant underground 3D printer uprising and restaurateurs to begin printing their own containers.
I don't know about there being an uprising, but I'm pretty sure that we would be printing underground plastic containers in this situation. I'm in Canada.
Are plastics outlawed in Canada?
Not yet. They're going to be.
Oh.
I bet it'll happen this year.
Right,
You're just a year off.
I can move that up. Maybe I can move that up. Well, either way, I'm going to say that's a half point then.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it happening because I've got a lot of plastic stuff that I don't want to have to get rid of.
The government's going to come into your house. They're going to be it's going to be cops dressed in head to toe from plastic, and they're going to come and steal all your plastic
over my dead Canadian body.
Just make sure that the coffin's not made of plastic. Why don't they make coffins out of plastic? You would be preserved better.
Because I mean the whole idea is that you don't get preserved, that you're just preserved long enough that you go into the ground looking decent, and then you're supposed to turn into dirt.
But the pharaohs of ancient times, they wanted to preserve their body. I'm sure we have technology today that could shit on the pharaohs of yesterday. We could probably preserve a body really well.
Do. There's this plasticization process where they can actually turn you into plastic like polymer, and you look just as you did while you were alive.
We should do that.
Yeah, I know. It would be
me.
Awesome. Fuck the pharaohs. Fuck ancient Egypt. Fuck cats. We can have our own like super futuristic plastic corpses to rule over the planet forever.
Aliens come down, they find people wrapped up in plastic. It's
Well, I mean, they come down now, they'll find people wrapped up in plastic. I mean, polyester is just like a kind of plastic, isn't it?
What is that? Those two chemicals they mix together and it forms that clear coat. Crap. It's not. I'm having a brain fart. I
don't know.
There's this stuff. I could find it. Hold on. I could find this stuff. I forget the name of this stuff. I can't believe I can't remember this name. Epoxy resin.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, and it comes in the plastic tube. Well, when they get rid of plastic here, we'll have to have like glass tubes for it, I guess.
Just put Herb dead into big giant. Anyway, caller.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Shoot.
Have you ever tasted edible underwear?
No, I haven't. I've been very curious about it, though.
It's basically, if you're dealing with me, it's fruit by the foot. But it's basically that. It's kind of like a weird. Maybe they changed what it's made out of. I haven't seen edible underwear anywhere in like 50 years.
I did like fruit by the foot when I was a kid, so maybe I would enjoy it. I just need to find the right woman to put some on. I don't know. Like, I heard you and Diane have split up. Maybe I could date her.
Hey.
And then I could eat the underwear off of her.
Hey, it looks. I just found a G-string that has the little sugar candies on a string.
Ooh, I love the little sugar candies.
Little sugar candies on a string. That looks like it would just melt all up. If you're a lady and you're wearing that.
Do you remember those candy necklaces?
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm looking at those right now.
Yeah.
They got
right along your vag.
But if you get moist, if you get excited and turned on, those are going to dissolve, like the saccharin.
Well, that's
family.
okay. My mouth would be right there to catch all the dissolved sugar.
Yeah, sure. I guess that would actually. You know what?
Yeah, it would work.
I guess that's how nature intended.
So, what other predictions do you have still?
Stocks in edible underwear go up. JFK files will be released, and it will be found that he was an alien from another galaxy. He was too horny and had to be put down. He had a son before coming to Earth and named him Zindu. That's unconfirmed.
So that's the story behind Zindu?
Unconfirmed.
Well, it would make sense with how horny and how many dicks he has.
That's true. Number 36, Nick the Rat will continue to suck. All right, that came true. All right, we're about 5 now. 5 right out of 36. Keith Richards and Bill Clinton are like cockroaches, irritating forever. That's right. Okay, that's 6. I got 6 so far. 6 out of 37. Pet owners will clone Chihuahua will become rabid and eat the owner. Later, the dog will be shot by police. No, that didn't happen.
That might have already happened.
It might have, but I don't think it did. I have to look.
I mean, all the animal cloning stuff. I'm sure somebody's got a clone Chihuahua pet at least.
Would you be able to love a cloned pet?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I wouldn't love it physically, but I could love it emotionally.
Would you eat edible underwear off of a cloned Chihuahua?
I don't know. How sexy is the Chihuahua?
That's the wrong answer. Let's listen to Rod Orokazo with On Melancholy Hill. We'll be back with you sick freaks. Chihuahua underwear. They don't wear underwear.
on Melancholy Hill, there's a plastic tree. Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me. So let's set up and see, love. 'Cause you are my medicine when you're close to me. When you're close to me. So call in the submarines, round the world we'll go. Does anybody know, love, if we're looking out on the day of another dream? If you can't get what you want, then come with me. Up on Melancholy Hill sits a manatee, just looking out for the day when you're close to me. When you're close to me. Close to me.
Everybody gets old. That's just a fact of life. You're bored, you pay taxes, then you die. But at some point, you might need some extra body parts. That's where 23andMe comes into play. If you send a little sperm sample into our company via mail, we'll start to clone you. We'll make 23 of you. You could pretty much get your arms chopped off a whole bunch of times, your legs, your testicles, does not matter. 23andMe was guaranteeing you a bunch of yous you'll never have to see. We'll just chop them up and send the parts out. Send your DNA now in case you're in a car accident tomorrow. This is the best kind of coverage you could get. You don't do this, you're pretty goddamn stupid. 23andMe. For you women out there wondering how they send their semen in, we got this old egg-reaching crane arm thing. It's kind of like a video game. You just reach all up in there. Grab onto your ovaries, suck some eggs out. Send it on in. Get 23 of you. 23andme.com. Order now. 917-719-5923. Yes, hello. This is Elon Musk, and I would like to talk about. We had Tesla scientist and dark sewer scientist come together, and we have created a new technology that will blow 5G out of the proverbial water. We would like to say the speeds will be. Professional video game players will not be able to tell the difference between direct connection to the internet
and the latency will be incredible. The new technology, we're calling it a 1P technology. To transmit messages, we'll be using dark sewer genetically engineered pigeons to be flying data back and forth. Instead of 5G technology, you just need one pigeon from the dark sewer network to effectively transmit as much data as you could possibly ever imagine. There's so much you could do with a pigeon. You plug it right into your Ethernet port, and you could play the latest Fortnite map right now. You could play it. You can play Fortnite, shoot people, professionals like Ninja. He wanted to play Fortnite with me one day, and I had meetings with Nick the Rat. So make sure your next computer you buy, phone, and cars, 1P compatible, will be selling these pigeons on the dark sewer network for, I think there's a monthly fee of $69.99. Fastest way to transport your information anywhere on the entire planet. And I'm Elon Musk. Bye.
Man, want to like reinstall my system? But I had about 2 audio issues, like my speakers, the driver for it. I had to restart the computer twice before. Then tonight I had these issues. I'm gonna have to like chop this show together. Hopefully it all works. But it's probably you. Are you calling from Russia?
Da. Dobro večer. Cocktail.
Hold on one second. Are you calling from a mountain?
Oh, mountain your mom.
I thought you were going to sleep, mister. Mister, I'm so tired.
I got a fucked up story for you if you got a few more minutes, man.
I got forever, baby. I mean, lay it on me.
Okay, man. This goes back to the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm pretty sure it was before 9/11. But this buddy of mine, you remember the Tough Man competitions where they'd have like the like guys with no fight training do like boxing? You know, this guys just sign up and just go box each other.
When you say tough man, I recall like people like dragging tractor trucks with their teeth and their testicles. Like they tie their testicle to like a male horse and they run.
Yeah, that was sexy. But no, that was the strong man, I think. But the tough man was just like boxing competition, but just guys that didn't really know how to fight. And like I think they had to stop doing it because somebody got like beat to death in one of them. But before that happened, a buddy of mine signed up for it.
Wait, this isn't Fletcher?
And, no.
Alcohol is great.
Yeah, man.
I'm having moist dreams about. Can we just say you're Fletcher so I could continue to have this raging hard on while I listen to this story?
My name's Dick, but most people just call me asshole.
Okay, continue on with the tough man competition where they would have people. I've seen like Japanese boxers that are huge fighting little German guys.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool stuff to watch, man. Like sometimes the little guy wins too.
I don't know if this was real though, because like I was watching these whole bunch of like crazy wrestling fights. Anyway, continue with your story. I was almost done.
Yeah. I don't want to derail it. Because, like, it gets really crazy. So we take him to the venue where he's going to fight. And the one night, there was one round. And then the next night, they had to fight 2 fights. If you advanced, you'd fight for the championship, you know. But the one night we go and drop him off for the fight, and he had a couple hours before the fight to prepare. So we all went to a restaurant, me and my buddies, and it's an Italian restaurant. I don't want to name it, but it's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And man, we're sitting there eating, and as we're getting ready to leave, like the assistant manager comes up to us and says, what car did you guys drive here? You know, we're like, well, it's like that blue car, you know? And they're like, well, there's like this box sitting next to it. Is that your box? Like a lock box. And well, one of the guys actually owned a lockbox just like it. Like we went out and looked at it, and he's like, I got one like that, but why would it not be in the car? Like who would have taken it out of the car and just set it on the ground there? Right? But we end up picking it up and taking it with us anyway. So this is where it's kind of weird because there's like a wire hanging out of it, you know? And like a bomb, you know?
So Fletcher, were you were you pooping while this was happening? Were you
No,
pooping?
because I noticed that the wire hanging out was like a little thin pink wire. And I was like, that's probably a fucking vibrator or some dildo or something, guys. You know? So I kind of was like, well, I was kind of like, my butthole was clenched.
This is not Fletcher. He said, yes.
It's not.
He sounds, some things, you're Fletcher-esque. Then again, he might be you-esque. Is this Francis?
I won't tell him you said that because he might be, you know, jealous.
See, you just sound like him again. This is weird. Alcohol is weird. No, it's not. I don't think it's alcohol. Chat room, am I crazy, chat room, or does he sound Fletchesque, as Joe says? Looks like the chat. There's nobody listening anymore. I'm talking to myself. There's nobody even on the.
Oh, there's got to be. They all stopped listening to my story. Well, I'll tell it anyway because it's going to play on the stream later. But anyway, so we take this box home after the fight and shit. Like later on, we take the box home, crack it open. My buddy did pretty good actually. He fought the first night, advanced. The second night, he fought the guy that won the year before, and they just beat the fuck out of each other to the point where the guy that won the year before beat my friend by decision, barely. And then when he went to fight the last guy, he just couldn't fight because he was just beat up too much. But so he still got second place. Good for that guy. My buddy got third, I think. So
would you ever be in this competition? I've seen stuff like this.
No, because it's too dangerous. You got people that don't really know how to fight, and they might just like not stop if they get you down. They might just keep beating your ass, you know. Like I said, there's the one guy that ended up getting killed in one of those. Like if I was gonna do it, I'd probably like do some training first and go to like go to a sanctioned fight. And
I might do it if it was at like maybe like a woman's prison. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like if I got locked up and it was like at a woman's prison, and I could like I would get the Gorilla Glove masking tape hands and dip it in broken glass. I'd do that.
Oh yeah. Why would you do that? You could just crawl in the sewer pipes, man. You're a rat. Just get up in there. Do some exploratory work. But like, do you want to know what was in the box? What's in the box?
Oh, with the wire, right?
Yeah. You know what it was?
I didn't send it to you. I have no idea.
Go ahead and guess. But do you want to guess what was in there?
All right. There's a wire coming out of a box that you found outside of a boxing ring at a women's prison.
It was
tampons?
Outside the restaurant. It was outside the Italian food restaurant.
Italian food. It was a pig anus. Was it? What is that called? It was seafood.
It was. What is that? What you think was in the box?
I think in the it was a box of calamari.
Well, there was something that kind of, it was like a pickle like thing that had like lumps on it. You like put on the outside of your cock, I think. It was a bunch of dildos, man. I was right. I called it. It was funny, man, because I like the pink wire hanging out. I was like, maybe it's a vibrator, dude. You know?
Cowabunga.
There was like enema kits in there and a bunch of weird dildos, and there was a credit card for like, and there was a note in there that said the credit card was like for $5,000, you know, and I was like, boys, we got to just cut that fucker up, you know. I mean, I didn't want to get into like, you know, like legal trouble. You know, it was like we just found this weird box and we're like, ugh, gross. But the other guys were digging into it and playing with the stuff. I'm like, you don't know if that shit was used yet or not, man. What the fuck, man?
Did you find any edible underwear in there?
See, they didn't have any class because there was no edible underwear. But let me tell you, what do you think the name was on the credit card? If you had to guess the wildest name you'd see on a credit card involved in a box of dildos.
Hugh Anus.
That's a good one. It was actually Peter Mann. Peter Mann with 2 N's, you know? So that's when I saw that, and I was like, I'm not touching any of that shit in that box anymore, guys. And they were still rifling through it. I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like a couple weeks later, I went back over to my buddy's house, and like the other guys were like going through the box again. They're like, man, one of the enema kits is missing, you know, like, what are those guys doing? You know, like, how do you guys know the enema kit's missing? Why the fuck are you even going back into that box, man? Like, I would have burned it almost, you know?
An enema kit?
What would you have done with that box, man?
I probably would have came on it and went home.
You could have bleached all the stuff, I guess, and reused it, you know? Like,
why
they should have a Goodwill for dildos. A Goodwill for dildos, man. How about that?
But you could 3D print your own 4 nanometer dildo at home in like under 4 seconds these days.
Oh, dude, you've heard of Build-A-Bear Workshop, right?
Yeah. That's
How
where you
about
make a
Craft-A-Shaft?
boyfriend for yourself that's got a leather daddy.
Craft-A-Shaft.
Craft-A-Shaft.
The Craft-A-Shaft Workshop, buddy. Come on, man. I know somebody's still listening, and we can maybe monetize this.
Probably.
Fucking Craft-A-Shaft. Because, you know, the vagina's a shaft also. So you just have to have the technology to be able to mold your loved one's vagina into a fuckable object.
I think Crank-A-Shaft might be something we could look into afterwards.
Well, maybe. Well, yeah, it would be an automatic cranking shaft. They have those robots you can get. Like I heard a story about for people that have like a loved one that passed away, like their spouse passed away, they can make like a real sex robot that's just like that person.
Shafts could go either way, right?
Huh?
Shafts could go either way, right?
Yeah, the vagina's a shaft, the penis is a shaft, you know.
So
like a mine shaft,
Craft-A-Shaft
you know, it's a tunnel.
It's all inclusive.
It is all inclusive, exactly, man. That's what I was thinking. Exactly, Nick. That's why I love talking to you, man.
You know what? Where can I send you money? I'd like to buy this is like Shaft Tank, right? Shark Tank?
Shaft Tank.
I'll take 30% of your company for $6.
Yeah, I don't really have the wherewithal to start cranking out shafts right now, but
can you give me some instructions? Give me shaft instructions? No.
Yeah, I'm the shaft man. Yeah, the shaft man.
Mine shaft. Is mine shaft a German person's vagina or penis? Mine shaft.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, that shaft. I can't remember what shaft means. Like shaft.
Shaft. I don't know. Is shaft even a German word? It might be. Let's see what.
Gesellschaft. Like Gesellschaft is like a business, I think, or like a
Gesellschaft,
like a company.
Really?
Gesellschaft. Like, yeah.
Translate.
I've got a dictionary, but I don't feel like digging it out, man, because that's not really good radio.
Nah, don't dig out your dick during my shit. This is a professional podcast over here. Caller, do you play any video games? Do you play? You probably don't play any video games, right?
The latest one I played is Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, come on, just good.
Sure, it was a pretty good game. It was pretty. I played for like 10 minutes. I can't play single player games very long. Only a couple of them. Pardon me. I'm addicted to multiplayer games. Let's see. Translate my shaft from English to German. I think I just broke the internet. All right, I can't spell anymore. My shift? No, my shaft.
Mine shift.
My shaft. And we're gonna translate that to Germanian. Where's my fucking map? I can't operate my body anymore. German. Here we go.
Meine Welle. Meine Welle. My shaft.
Let's see if I can
my
beat you
shaft.
With,
my shaft. My shaft. Meine Welle. My shaft.
Ooh. Almost there.
A caller? Are you there?
Yeah. Did you find it?
It doesn't exist. Can you answer me this riddle?
Oh, they don't. They don't have any shafts in Germany.
There's no.
Those poor ladies, man. Oh my God, we got to go to Germany because those ladies need a shaft.
I think German ladies will take more than just the shaft.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You could put your hands on them too, I guess, if they like, Oh, shaft. Hey, shaft is shaft. Guess what? There you go.
Oh, the Klingon lady from Star Trek Discovery is her name is Shafto, I think. Chiefto?
Shaft. Which Star Trek?
Star Trek Discovery.
I quit watching the new ones, man. Discovery, really?
Yeah, there's a Klingon lady, and the actress's name is, I think it's Shafto.
Oh, the actress's name.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, actually. Shafto, Mrs. Shafto. Shafto, is that it?
Just talking about Shafto.
The Shafto family is an alternative surname for the Floatiate family. What the hell? Shafto Star Trek. There we go.
Man, rabbit hole time.
No, I'm not finding anything. It's Chiefto. I don't. Something. Do you like Star Trek, caller?
I've enjoyed a great many episodes of Star Trek in my day.
What's your favorite takeaway from Star Trek?
Well, you had Kirk getting a lot of pussy. You had Riker would usually strike out. He ended up striking out even with the hologram lady. So Riker, though handsome, just really didn't quite seal the deal quite as much as Kirk did now, did he?
Whoa. Debatable. Master debatable. Shafto. There was like 7 to 9
steady relationship with Troy for a while, and she was hot. So yeah.
Riker's been in space longer than Kirk was, probably by now.
Well, when you count that he was also cloned, so like if you count his clone, like it's double time.
Oh, that's true. What was his name? Fucking Thomas or some shit?
Yeah, he went by his middle name, yeah.
What a fucked up reality.
No, I do like Star Trek, apparently.
You do, but you haven't put your finger into that pain box.
Oh, yeah. Well, who wants to do that, man? It sounds painful.
Pain's good, right, though?
Kind of. Well, I fucking suffered a defeat tonight. I was trying to fix something on my truck and just ended up having to put it back together the way it was. At least it's back together the way it was, but
Is it fixed though?
you can't win them all, you know.
What was wrong with it?
It's just it's the motor that works the door lock, and the motor doesn't work when I got the wire plugged into it and everything, and because I thought it worked when I took it apart.
So how do you open the door? How do you
kind
open
of
the
a long
lock?
story. Well, I just have to use the key, but I mean, it's just the motor. Like all the other motors still work. It's just the driver's side door, of course, the one that gets used the most. So,
But the driver's side, you got the key for. You don't usually. You're gonna use the key to go into the driver's side anyway, and then you're gonna sit down, and then you can pop the lock. You wouldn't pop the lock for the driver because you are the driver.
Yeah, it's the best one to have brake, really.
It is.
Yeah, you can go to the back and if you if you turn the key twice, it unlocks all the doors. But with that motor not working, it doesn't do it. So I have to go up there and use the key.
You can just use your boot and kick the window in too. It's your car.
Well, I got hammers. I got a bunch of hammers.
Well, they have those little they have these little devices. You just press against glass and it shatters it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more homeless people don't go around just doing that to every car in existence.
Well, I think around here the homeless people try not to make that much of a problem. Some of them do, but you see some of them stark raving mad once in a while. But most of them around here, I'm down in Florida, and it's they just kind of are just. Well, for one thing, they're in Florida because they're not going to freeze to death.
Oh, it's nice out.
And there's always people here ready to give them $1 or $2, or if you really came down to it, you could go dip a line in the water and catch a fish.
I'm just surprised there's not more destructive people in society. There's so much damage you can do that I'm just surprised people don't do it. I'm just trying to get homeless people to burn down New York City to lower rents.
Oh, well.
When nobody's there.
Just certain parts of the city, maybe. I don't know.
Like the corporate buildings. Take down the banks and the corporations.
Yeah. At least give them a good what for, I mean, because, everybody gets pushed around by them all the time. And, and then what happens, the Fed bails them out. The Fed is supposed to be like a Federal Reserve. It's not federal. Give me a break. It's a con man. It's there to protect the banks. It's not there to protect the people. But then they say well, by protecting the banks, it keeps the economy stable for the people. Well, thank you so much for keeping my economy stable. You guys with no vested interest whatsoever. No, you guys have zero agenda. I didn't want to say no agenda in that context because I like the show and I didn't want to drag them into it because those guys are nasty, man. These people.
Do you know what's really weird about reality? That it's based off.
Do I know what's really weird?
What I think is really weird because what you were just talking about. There's a wall of truth that cannot be penetrated by the public, right? There is a secret. There's known secrets. There's things that the public doesn't know, and we know we don't know it. It's a known hidden thing, right?
Yeah.
For our safety, so other countries don't get it and kill us or some shit. We as a society have completely accepted the fact that we need privacy within our own government to govern us because we can't know what they know. And then we trust them.
Yeah, we've gotten too comfortable with that. You should trust but verify, like Reagan or whoever came up with that phrase said.
But can you have
trust but verify? We got to watch them. You can't. You always got to question authority.
Can you have?
There's still going to be authorities.
Can you have a society with no privacy?
I wouldn't think so.
So then there needs to be the privacy. So you can question authority because you just said that society can't exist unless there is privacy.
Well, you can question the authority and they can deflect your questions like they normally do.
Why waste your time? Why waste your time questioning anybody if you think that questioning them will break down society anyway?
Well, what part of society are you trying to break down?
Everything. Every itty bitty piece of it.
So you're an anarchist?
Nah,
Or I
well,
don't want to put words in your mouth, but just for the sake of this argument,
I don't know
you're
what I
trying to
am.
argue the anarchist side.
Okay.
I'm just
Do you want to? I always go back to this. I think that society. I think there should be zero privacy in society. But I know that can't happen because people's brains are not zero privacy zones. So you can't tell me the truth about everything. You could keep secrets. And the fact that there could be secrets makes society a privatized thing. It's a very strange yin-yang balance that has to happen. But the fact that people can lie means that you never know if you're being having the truth told to you.
Well, you don't know, but that's kind of the beautiful thing is you have to try to figure it out, or I don't know, kind of it sucks.
You'll never
sometimes
figure
when
it
you find
out.
You get deceived.
So
You know?
you might be being lied to by somebody that doesn't know that they're lying to you. It's so murky.
Right. Well, or even just a lie by omission. You don't tell somebody the whole truth.
Well, that's just
something they
knowing,
don't,
yeah.
and just by holding back, you're still kind of lying by not telling them the whole truth.
Like, where did my tax money go? Well, we patched the street up in front of your house once, maybe. We might have also killed some people somewhere, maybe.
Well, yeah, like this year, I got a letter back from the IRS saying that like we got overpaid in 2016, like 5 years ago, and it's like, well, why didn't you guys catch it sooner for one thing? And how can you, at this point, they're almost at the limit. I have to keep my receipts for what, 7 years? And these guys are coming at me like 5 years later saying, oh, we accidentally gave you too much money back then. We got to take more of it back. It's like, and they just make up a round number, and they only take a little. They don't even take all of it. They're like, we're going to settle it for $600 instead of $2,000. And it's like, where did you guys come up with the exact round number of $2,000 in the first place? I'd like to see your accounting. It's just like you just get.
You
this letter
can't see
in the
their
mail and they
accounting.
expect
Can they see your
next time
accounting?
you file your taxes, we're going to take this out of your return. So
Another weird thing is that you're not allowed to see their accounting. They could see your accounting, but if they could see your accounting, then why do you have to show it to them?
Right. Well, if they can keep secrets, I should be able to keep secrets. Exactly. Fuck them.
But you could go to jail. They can't. That's why I think society needs to have zero secrets. But that breaks down once you get to the individual's brain.
Well, it's getting to the point in some of these foreign countries, like the Netherlands, they're protesting a lot over some of these actions by their governments, and I think that there's still the human spirit around the world, and sometimes you see these videos of the cops that, like a few days ago, I was watching some videos and like the cops were beating on people with sticks, and now it's like the cops look scared because there's just so many people, I mean, if the cops beat enough people, other people are going to stand up and be like, hey, fuck you guys.
But what if it wasn't cops? What if it was a tunnel rat who lived somewhere north of me? And I knew exactly where they lived and all of their friends and how much money they had and every single one of their thoughts. But they also knew all of mine as well. See, we as a society have built just groups up like, oh, you are the workers for XYZ, which it gives you so much to hide under. But if it was like, oh, you are the person that did this, and this we need privacy though. But the fact that we have it makes society completely fake to me almost.
Well, in a perfect world, you're right. If nobody had secrets, like if we had a telepathic world, we could just, like, you could read everybody's thoughts, easily, just be within 100 feet of somebody, just read their thoughts, or,
That would be, the Borg, and it would be weird.
It would be like, goddamn, like you wouldn't even be able to look at anybody hardly, man. Like,
but why not? You have things you probably can't look at yourself for. But if you knew that 100 other people around you had the same fucked up shit going on as well, you might be like,
you're walking through the mall, Nick, you're walking through the mall with your wife.
Yeah.
Right by your side, your lovely darling.
Yeah.
And then this other beautiful woman walks by.
Yeah.
And, the mind wanders.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna get scolded. But
Why?
you might get
Because
a nice, the chick that sees you looking at her might give you a nice smile too. You might get a good wink and a smile from her, but you're gonna go home and get chastised by the old lady.
if we're all adults, then the old lady should know that there's other old ladies that are very, very nice to look and wink at, and also there's also old men there's people that you could wink at. If I'm not going home and giving them my money and my 3D printed prosthetic pecker, then there's the secret of saying hello to somebody and being attracted to people is society. It's culture.
I mean, body language. Body language is telepathy, really.
You're talking about having like children with everybody, like just having random kids.
No, I wasn't saying that.
You're just like saying winking and saying hello to people is bad.
Well, I'm saying like getting.
You might be a little prude,
between just
caller.
winking and saying hello and actually getting flirtatious. No, I'm saying that I flirt with people. It's just that like. Just,
Do you ever
can't take it
flirt?
any further than that.
Do you ever
flirting's
flirt with
fine.
people you wouldn't have sex with?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, what's the problem with that?
But it's usually not the majority of the people that I flirt with. So I don't know. What do you? Well, I just usually just do it like if you go to the convenience store and the girl has a nice set of she just got her nails done or something. You say, "Oh, nice nails" or something. Just to make her day better. It's really more about just making the other person feel good.
Would your partner get jealous if you flirted with somebody? They would only get jealous of you if they were jealous of the person.
Nick, she's from New York, man. What do you think she would do?
Everybody's jealous for their own stupid reasons, and it's very hard to.
Well, but I'm just saying.
Somebody might get jealous because you enjoyed eating their edible underwear. I mean, their like apple pie or something. Like, oh, my friend made pie; it was really good. But what about my pie, motherfucker? You can't believe you ate their pie.
Oh, what about pumpkin pie flavored edible underwear, man? That'd be good.
That sounds pretty good. Apple pie, little cherry pie.
Apple pie. Well, nothing's more American than apple pie. So yeah, there you go. And like you could food color it, so it'd be like the American flag, and it'd be apple pie, but it would taste like apple pie, but it'd be colored like the American flag. Stars and stripes.
I can't think of any food like coconut, white, what's blue?
Coconut, God.
Coconut,
might not be
strawberry,
too bad,
and blueberry. Just trying to think of white food.
Oh, yeah.
Cheese. You're thinking about American, so there'd be cheese. What's red that's American? I don't know. Sauce. That's.
Well, mayonnaise is French, I think, because of the name French mayonnaise.
Yeah. Caller.
We should fight France. We should fight a war with France and just take over mayonnaise.
Yeah, we should fight a war. War would be cool. A legal sale of weed in New Jersey will cause gangs in New York to start wars with corporations selling weed. That didn't happen.
Well, how do you know? I mean, they could be fighting economic wars still.
They could. It might be happening, but I don't have any proof.
War, or are you talking about like just economic? Because economic wars happen all the time.
But this would be New Jersey versus New York. I don't know. Either way,
yeah,
might be
why
happening.
not?
Don't know. I might be right. Okay, so 6 points. Okay. How about a website will take the porn world by storm, but not by VR. It'll be ASMR sex podcasts.
I could actually see that happening, but it probably didn't, did it?
Didn't happen this year, no. Okay. Okay, so we're at 6. How about this?
That sounds like a good idea, though.
If you want to use the internet, you'll need a lawyer.
No, wait a minute. Let's go back to the last one. Well, I mean, what do you call OnlyFans? Like you got people doing it's almost like a sex podcast.
There's ASMR porn. I don't know if it's taken I would say VR took the the world more by storm than ASMR. Maybe.
Oh man, could you imagine like augmented reality porn? People just walking around in real life with their phone, just like fucking jacking off on the sidewalk, just walking around, like going to the grocery store and it's like, oh my God, here I come, you know.
And you could put
Like
you could
like
you
like
could
the
make people do
Pokemon
that.
Go, you know what I'm saying? Like
I think AR will be a lot bigger than VR.
Porn star.
VR is too annoying. I think AR is going to be much more. It's gonna since AR is like mixed, then it'll have the VR within it. So AR is just already better because it's like VR and being able to see.
Yeah, and it's just like Pokemon Go, but it's like instead of you got to catch them all, it's you got to fuck them all.
Like Westworld?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
42 prediction was Pence pardons Trump.
No, it didn't happen, did it?
Did not happen. How about this one? 43. Musk versus Bill Gates in the octagon. Elon Musk versus Bill
wouldn't that
Gates
have been
in the
nice?
octagon.
I mean, you know, Musk would win, dude. There's no way. You know, you saw how Bill Gates took those pies to the face, like a bitch, man. He folded, man. As soon as he got hit, he didn't know what to do.
I think Musk would only win because he's younger.
No, I'm telling you, dude. Did you ever see? You saw Bill Gates get pied in the face
Well,
that
yeah,
time.
but
I mean, it was a surprise
Elon Musk
hit and
is
stuff.
he's
I
kind
mean,
of he's weird. He's very awkward. He can't fight.
You could be right. Maybe Bill Gates has the edge now. He got pied in the face that time, and like maybe he went and learned some skills so he wouldn't feel like such a bitch next time.
We have to look at
'Cause
videos
that
of
was
them
like 23
dancing.
years ago now or whatever. And
Who dances better, Bill Gates or Elon Musk? Elon.
can we throw in a third person?
Well, we could, sure.
Greta Thunberg.
She dances better than both of them, probably. All right, here's the video of Elon dancing.
She actually might.
Yeah. All right, that's horrible. Let's see if Bill Gates dancing. So basically, what we're saying is that Greta Thunberg could probably beat up Bill Gates and Elon Musk in a fight.
She probably could. You know, I mean, well, she's got the youth on her side. You know, you're the one saying that Elon's gonna win just because he's younger.
God. Bill Gates. No, okay. Elon could dance a little bit better than Bill Gates, which is saying very,
Elon probably
very,
could
very
dance better than
little.
Gates. Huh?
Nothing. Caller. Caller,
Oh,
can you
sorry.
dance better than Greta Thunberg?
Boy, it would be a tough competition. I mean, I'm sure people would watch. At least a few of my friends would be like, "Come on, Jeff, do something better than that."
Do you think you could twerk better than Greta Thunberg?
Oh no, sweetheart, my lower back can't take.
All right, we're gonna have to cut that caller off over there. That's I don't know what they're getting into over there. That's fucking. Anyway, let's listen to 4G with a Funk Photo. We'll be back with more Nick the Rat. Motherfuckers. Look, it's late. It's 2 in the morning. Nick the Rat needs to go to sleep. Even though he would like to ask Adam Curry when his Tascam baby comes out. I really want to just reinstall Windows, do a fresh install of an operating system. Oh, but I don't want to go to Windows 11 yet. LTSC. I keep hearing about Mark the Unicorn's Pro Series because of the drivers, the audio routing. I would like to. Not saying voice meter's bad, but I would like to have something different than voice meter. I'd like to have hardware that had software built in made for it. Right now I'm using hardware and software that are just like hardware. Ooh. I got some cool new actually This might be boring to people, but whatever. The iPad has a lot of really cool synthesizers and beat making programs on it. I hate saying that. It also has really good art programs too. As much I hate Apple. I hate the iOS fucking. I don't even know how to restart the fucking iPad. I'm like trying to restart. I'm like, where's the restart button? This just makes it sleep. I want to fucking restart. Either way. And there's so many fucking updates all this fucking time. Okay. But there's a program called Koala that I got. It seemed pretty cool. There's a Moog program that seemed pretty cool. It's taking the gas out of the hardware. Voice meter is nice. You could do a lot with it, and I'm using it now. But I did have some driver issues earlier this week, like 2 or 3 times. And then during the show, I had an issue too. I'm going to have to do some editing and slicing and chopping up. But I'd like to get a new... I'm using a fucking Mackie Pro. I think I already said that last, but you know, the drivers kind of suck. And yeah, looking to upgrade. Let's still talk about the predictions for. Let's see if we got these right. Animal deep fakes. I'm sure that exists already. Animal deep fakes. Let's look it up. Over the past year, do we have any news? Mary Shafto. Deep fake your pet with a fun, not terrifying algorithm in 2019. No, I need some from 2020, past year. Tools. Sort by past year. Movies fronted by deep fake stars are inevitable. No, not... Well, I guess people are stars. Okay. I mean, people are animals. Nothing. No, I'm going to say that's a miss. I'm going to say I still got like 6 points. Weed Consultants. I don't even want to look it up. I'll just say it's a miss. 9 Inch Nails will release a new album. That's a miss. Zendu sex tape drops. That's a miss. Experts will claim coffee is once again bad for you. All right, coffee bad for you past year. And while we look for that, we'll listen to a voicemail.
Now, I know you're reading quotes and all that from Nostradamus or whatever his name is, but it's important to remember that in true French tradition, Nostradamus cleaned his own butthole with his tongue.
Ooh.
So, you know, take what future predictions you get from that. Just know he cleaned his own butthole with his tongue. Okay, thank you.
All right, we have to type, let's type in coffee health. Now, past year, coffee health benefits 1 week ago. That would be, okay. This is the last article of the year for 2021 that I could find for coffee, let's say. Coffee's health benefits aren't as straightforward as they seem. Here's why. So judging by the title, coffee's bad for you. So I said coffee is bad for you. I got that right. I'm at 7 points. 7 out of 47 so far. Not bad for predicting the future. Let's see. Experts will claim coffee is, once again, bad for you. Got that right. There will be a new revenge porn site where you can upload a picture of your ex and it will generate deepfake videos of them fucking snakes. It will be called Deep Snakes. 917-719-5923.
Go ahead and call the cops, Nick the Rat. See who comes first.
It'll be Fletcher on a mountain. And finally, the 50th prediction, where I got 6 right so far. At least 3 or more U.S. states will legalize or decriminalize psychedelics. All right, let's look up decriminalize psychedelics. 3. We're looking for 3 states for decriminalizing psychedelics. Did we get this right? Let's see if we can get up to 7 points. News, tools, past year. Washington votes to do. Okay, that's Washington, Virginia, and Colorado? Wait a second. 3 weeks ago, New York lawmakers files bill to legalize medical psilocybin? Psilocybin mushrooms. All right, I think this actually is Colorado, New Hampshire. There's a lot of fucking whoa. Shrooms over the past year have become very legalized, I think. DEA plans to ease cannabis and psychedelic research 1 month ago. I'm going to say that's another hit. Out of 50 predictions for the year 2021, Nick the Rat and Nick the Rat Radio Conglomerate and all of the scientists in the sewer, 8 out of 50. That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. What's that percent? What is that? 8 out of 50 percentage. Let's see. 8 out of 50%. 16% right there. Yeah, 16 out of 100. – 16% future prediction rate. 22%. Thank you so much. That's good night, Quirkus. We're about to go to bed here. This show's over. We're gonna switch over to hopefully the Songery is on. We'll find out. I'm gonna have to cut this fucking show. I'm gonna do some editing. I hate that. 917-719-5923.
I have a random question for you. Of course, this is Rick. Rick
Hey, Rick.
from Baltimore. Rick. Anyway, my question is this. But, fucking hair in my... No, God. No, that's not my question.
Okay.
If you were given a quantum phase, whatever technographical from Star Trek, and you were able to, transform yourself into anything that you could, what would it be? All right. Love you, Gig. Peace.
If I could transform myself anything from using something from Star Trek technology, I'd probably just choose Vulcan.
Oh, shit. I thought I was fucking...
You have to hear the beep. I would say, yeah, maybe a Romulan. Klingon would be cool. I'd like to transform myself to a Klingon scientist. Those guys are doing noble shit for and they're using fun pirate techniques. Anyway, I hope 2022 is a clean bandage rip off your taint. And I hope that Nick the Rat Radio could help ease the pain and the bleeding by sticking sugar and candy and edible underwear into your gaping hole around your genitalia. This is horrible. Okay, look. 2021 is over. We're in a new year. We're gonna try some new things, hopefully, because things get stale. Things do get stale. If you love something, if you love something, you're gonna try to keep it going and to keep things moving. Take mushrooms? I really have no idea how to. Look, it's gonna happen anyway. That's the problem with everything. Is it you or is it not you? I'm really scared, people. I hope we could all come together, and I hope it's high enough to get over the mountain. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. You are very controversial. Good night, everybody. We'll God willing, universe willing, science willing, health willing, beer willing. We'll be back next week, midnight, 11 o'clock. Fuck, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime. Bye. Go to nicktherat.com. Nightingale Lo-Fi Bard. Good night. I love you.
Motherfucker, I thought I told you one time, I'll tell you 16 times. Stop blasting that monkey bullshit up in the sewer. You're trampling my HS signal down to Mexico. I can't get my slave labor coats made. I can't get my signal down there because you're trampling my motherfucking signal. I can hear that shit
And
coming
in the
up to
morning to Nick the Rat.
Hey, where do you think you're going? You can't come this way. What are you doing to the street? We're fixing it. What the hell does it look like? 2 days ago it was fine. You telling me the street fell apart in 2 days? Well, I guess so. Pardon me, but that's bullshit. I want to know what's wrong with the street. See, I don't think anything's wrong with the street. I think you're just trying to justify your inflated budgets. What are you, nuts? No, I know how it works. If you don't spend the money you have projected this year, they won't give you the same amount next year. Now, I want you to admit there's nothing wrong with the street. Fuck you, pal, huh? You're not gonna hold us hostage here with these yellow lights and all these big trucks. Look, I'm just here to keep people from falling in, that's all. I want to hear it from you. What's wrong with the street? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I think it's a sewer job. You're lying. What's wrong with the street? Nothing. I knew it. See? I knew it was fine. But I'll give you something to fix.
Don't kill animals! Rats have rights! Ride on veggies! Rats